There are certain words and concepts in English that keep fascinating the beginners, as in speakers and the listeners, when they try their hands on this language. I know many of my students who keep asking me the usage of being in the conversation. They are like, "Ma'am, please tell us the exact meaning of the word being, or how can we use being in a sentence?" Guys, your confusion is very much obvious since we have a lot of usage of being in English grammar. And that makes you confused to find out the exact meaning of being every time you hear someone using this word. So basically there is no one exact meaning of the word being. But yes, there are multiple usage of being that you can learn and can use in your conversation. In today's video, we learn 3 main usage of being that you can start using instantly after watching this video. Also, today we learn its functional use, not the grammatical use at all, okay? Because when we talk, we don't have time to recall or revise the grammar rules. What we can do is we can learn and understand some basic sentences that we use a lot in our daily conversation, right? So once we'll understand its use and basic sentences, we can keep framing more and more sentences. Easy? Let's get started. But before that, first you need to understand one fact about being. That is the formation of being. So being is actually the present participle form of be. Okay? So when I say being, that means be plus ing, so it makes it being. Be expresses a state or a condition. Now you should know that ing form is only used in continuous tenses, and that can be only present continuous and past continuous, not future, okay? Alright, now at least we know the timeline where you can exactly use being, that is in continuous tense. And now I'll tell you 3 important usage of being. These usage are very common and you will definitely relate when I'll tell you these sentences. The first use of being is to talk about someone's behavior, that is a temporary behavior. That means the person isn't so in general but behaving so in present time. As in someone you know behaves so well with you because he is a very kind-hearted person, let's say, but at the moment he is behaving so rude or so strange. So you would say, "Why are you behaving so rude?" In place of behaving, now you can use being. And you would say, "Why are you being so rude?" Let's see some more examples. "Why are you being so objectional today?" "Why are you being so horrible to me?" "Why are you being so uncooperative?" One more example. Someone is very unfriendly to you or doesn't talk to you so well every time, but today, because he has some favor to ask for, he is behaving so nice to you. Now you can use this sentence. "She is being so nice today." So in general, he is not that nice to me, but today she was being so nice. He was being so supportive to me. See this one? Stop being silly. Stop being silly. The way people behave to you, you can express that with the use of being. Okay? Now in the second use of being, we are gonna replace the words because, since and as in our sentences, and in place of these words, we will use being, being. See these examples. Being late, he couldn't attend the meeting. So because he was late, he couldn't attend the meeting. So in place of because, we are using being. Okay? Being a teacher, it is my duty to train my students. Because I am a teacher, it is my duty to train my students. Being well versed in English, he was appointed English head. Because he is well versed in English, he was appointed English head. So in place of because, in place of since, in place of as, you can use the word being. For that, you'll have to start the sentence with being. Being late, being a teacher, being well versed in English. Now the third use of being is very important, and that is the passive voice. If you know what are the active and passive voice, you would find it easy to use it. And for all those who don't know what are active and passive voice, there is already a video on my channel on this topic. So you can just go and watch that and can come back to learn this third rule of being. As of now, I'll give you an idea. there are some actions or works that can be done by somebody. I mean, they don't happen on their own. For example, cutting the trees. Trees don't get cut on their own. People cut them, right? So in passive voice, I would say, trees are being cut rapidly nowadays. I won't say trees are cutting. I would say, trees are being cut. If we talk about this exact sentence, its active voice would be, someone is cutting the tree. And the passive would be, trees are being cut rapidly nowadays. Now you tell me which is the best way to say this. If our focus is on cutting the tree, we would use the passive voice, that is, trees are being cut. Animals are being used for various purposes. The road is being constructed in my area. The law is being imposed on the citizen of this country. These are some examples of passive voice where we have used being in these sentences. Now let's see some active voice sentences which can be easily converted into passive voice. That means the sentence can be used in active voice or in passive voice. You can choose any one of them. For example, mother is cooking food. And its passive would be, food is being cooked by mother. The writer is writing a poem. A poem is being written by the writer. I am watching the series. The series is being watched by me. Did you notice one thing? All these sentences written here are either in present continuous tense or in past continuous tense. So these are the only two tenses where we can use being in active to passive voice. These are 3 important usage of being that every English learner should know. And now the homework. I am giving you 3 sentences here and you will reframe those 3 sentences using being in them. Okay? So these are the sentences. Number 1. Why are you being so careless today? Why are you being so careless today? Number 2. Labor is constructing the building. Labor is constructing the building. Number 3. Since I was ill, I didn't go anywhere. Since I was ill, I didn't go anywhere. I'll be waiting for your answers and thanks so much for learning with me. I'll see you guys again in the next video. Till then, bye.